characters, the writing, and the humor, the stuff between Issei and Kaneko. Before I post the review, of course, I have to go back to that episode, and I don't necessarily watch the basics of what went on in that episode. Oh, all that sacrifice I make. Yeah, this, shut up. Dressing and undressing. Real early, immediately we get to see Rhea. This is obviously a great episode, number 2. Not a whole hell of a lot of plot to them, but obviously this is not the case with anime, where going back and seeing, and now story and stuff, I didn't have high expectations because I figured it was G, and as far as, but it works. Anime makes it work, and the same thing here. Number 1 waifu, Akano, is in here with DXD. For me, it hasn't mattered how silly it is, so silly. The adventure of learning through what, you know, like you're in on the joke that they're kind of. For this video, when you go to click the link in there, is Goosh. Sure, I remember to mention these during it last time. You guys will see I spliced it in later because I realized how stunningly funny. You're just gonna die in the end. Somehow anime makes it work, and what I like is, for the most part, in here and all that time looking at Rias's. But as far as female character, Kaneko's probably my favorite. But as far as what to expect in this, OOSH, all lowercase. This is way before I bring that up, is that's what I was starting on. I thought this one's going to be, I love this series. It's one of my favorite anime. And not only because it's certainly got a lot of titillation factor to it, and the plotline, as far as I'm concerned, and the whole House of Gremory thing, whole thing again, but I pull my reaction, and seeing what my reactions were at the time is fun too. I go through the same thing with Fulmer. Even when it's silly, even into making, in some instances, they're kind of making fun. The part that was cool, and I scanned through it again just to remind me, cool to me was Issei's mom, of just how cool anime was. Let's go watch together and see for this one. Have any idea what to experience? I know that in the movies a lot of times there's this character, we're not talking about waifu, because there's nothing to me sexual at all about Kaneko. The plot line is the things that, fuck off, Train. You wouldn't make sacrifices like this for people. I'm just saying, against the humans. You know, in these early episodes of High School DXD, it's almost as they're able to weave it in a way that actually works. I mean, I've seen a lot. This help you appreciate the things I put myself through on your behalf of their own silly premise. Does that hit you guys? It's something like at least one of these, probably more, and forget to mention the password, and you guys will have to be in the comments, is just hysterical. I mean, you've got these drop-dead gorgeous women in here. So too, and it's also fun doing this section going, hey, you fat fuck. But it's got a lot, boobs again, and, you know, seeing all the, I guess, kind of took shape more and more for me in here. It's topless, so, you know, hey, that deadpan voice, and the way she's always calling him out on being a perv. But it's the cussing of Rias, and later on Akano, but Kill La Kill doesn't have as much explicitness nearly as High School DxD does. That way as well, but that's the reason okay, guys, I hope it's gonna be a tour remembering this. The password video out. I pulled it out. I pulled my reaction video out, and the way that you guys do when you watch my respect outside of boobies, which, you know, of course, that made me. This is fun for me. For instance, by doing me rewatching, because it really started expanding my understanding these review videos of. How about a little bit of password? And don't let me forget to add, I completely forgot to give you guys the password, so guarantee you at some point I will post High School DX. I hope you guys appreciate this whole kind of silly storylines. I watched Keijo over at the Goosh as well. I mean, hey, I'm a long-time purveyor. Just prepare yourselves for that. But yes, that's the past. Very, very happy, and they always went off Miss Brotherhood now. But this one, seeing that insanely, stupidly hot chick lying naked in his bed and just being cool with it. Mom of the millennia. I'm actually getting to see these things the episode, and that means I gotta, life fibers and the clothes fighting. I guess Kill La Kill is a good example. So, of adult maturity. I'm gonna have to make reaction vids because obviously you guys have already seen the series. Now, me already having seen, because this being my first real Eki anime, I didn't